Welcome to Auckland for Test 2 of the Constellation Cup, and what a battle it was, this time going in the Diamonds' favour, 48-42. Joining me, former Diamond, Shani Layton. What a massive step up in intensity from Game 1 to Game 2.
And from the starting whistle, Adine, it was unbelievable. You could tell the Diamonds really wanted to step up their defensive pressure because Folau and Ekenasio just ran an absolute muck in Test 1. But Courtney Bruce came out and had an absolute blinder. I think just really combining so well with Joe Weston at the start and then changing partners, but just reading the ball and just really had the guts to go out there and have a crack, get her footwork around and really confuse the attackers, which is what she does best. And I think that the defenders in that first test just weren't doing that enough. So I think they'd really missed her. She stepped out there. She's shown that she is the #1 starting goalkeeper for Australia at this current point in time.
Yeah, it was very clever from Lisa Alexander too, wasn't it? She used 11 of her players, mixing things up right throughout the court. We see there just a number of Tegan Phillips also coming on court with someone else that had a big game. But for New Zealand, Karen Berger, she played just one quarter in the first test. She played the full match today. She again was in the thick of it.
And she absolutely deserved that. She just put on so much pressure, not only for those clean intercepts like she did then, but she was just in the right place at the right time, getting the tips, ripping the ball almost out of their hands, and just that real intent and earned that position. It is so rewarding as a player when you've worked that hard to be able to get that position, and she clearly wants it and got enough ball back for the Ferns today. Unfortunately for them, they just didn't make the most of it.
Yeah, I think you're spot on there. They absolutely picked up enough ball, and when you look at the stats, it really does show that the Silver Ferns, it was 48-42, but the attempts, look at that. The Silver Ferns actually had more attempts at goal than the Australians. That shows that they got enough ball. The percentage just wasn't high enough. It was definitely the Aussies. They stepped it up and had 10 rebounds over the New Zealand's 4. And when we look at the shooting stats, what do you make of the breakdown of these?
For me, it was really Gretel Tippett for the Aussies today who stepped up. She got 23 from 24, but with that, the workload that she did out of the front, which was what Amelia-Ann Ekenasio did in that first game. But today, so quiet, 8 from 11, and then ended up coming off for Bailey Mez. And now, look, the Australian defenders know Mez isn't going to shoot much, so therefore they could double up on Maria Folau and really made her life hell at the end. And so she started off super strong, but they wore her down as the game went on. So it'd be interesting to see what they do coming into Game 3.
Yeah, it was a particularly physical match, so they're going to have a few tired bodies in a few days' time when it heads over the ditch. It's going to be live on Sunday, 20th of October, coming from you from the studio 2:30 on Sky Sport 3. So make sure you tune in. It's going to be massive. Shani, you're going to be there. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting New Zealand to come back absolutely fighting. I don't know. I can't pick it between them at the moment. Obviously hoping for Australia, but now they've both done so many different things, and both coaches, I know Nolan will go and have a look at today, and that's the best thing about netball. It's a big game of chess, but I think Australia at home in Sydney might pip the Ferns at the post.
Who knows? We'll see. Go the Ferns in just a few days' time, but that's all we've got time for. Thanks for joining us for another rivalry between the Diamonds and the Silver Ferns.